Okay, hopefully it didn't break anything. I'll have to keep looking around and checking to see if that is the case. It's a new season. Hopefully everything is going. Let's just see what else is going on. Just waiting. Okay, there we go. Got our first pass key, so let's get set up for that. Finding the game now. Joining in. And hopefully everything will be groovy. Looks like Museum will be our first port of call for the day. Oh, there we go. Fixed YouTube. Excellent. Glad to see you guys across there as well. Now, Ben, when you think once you're logged in with Facebook, you should be able to play the same game on any other devices. That's an interesting idea. Our first game will be Destiny going up against Shadows. So I'm just going to quickly check who's on which team, because Destiny, while it's a team that's been around for a while, may well have changed up who's on which team. So to give you guys a little bit of a recap as we wait in the game. Let's just get everything changed over here actually. I'll bring you guys into the lobby with me because heck, why not? That should all be groovy now. Shazam! I believe we need to switch these teams around. Let's do it with a single click. Gosh. There we go. So if we fix up all of this here, then we should be pretty much good to run. I believe Shadows are over on the blue team, whereas Destiny are over on the red. Let's get these guys actually in caps to make it a little easier to read. Destiny. Update those teams. There we go. So, as always, we'll be looking at a best of 3 kind of scenario for these guys. We'll see how things end up going for them. So, while we're waiting for this game to get started up, let's take a little trip down memory lane. Last time we saw the iOS Red Cup finals were back in September 2017, so not super long ago, but not super recently either. Secrets, who I believe have some connection with Ross family, beat out Destruction U from India in the semi-finals from that one, and Handsome D beat out the other Japanese team sniping for the other final spot. Destruction U, who I think we haven't got today, did manage to do pretty darn well for themselves as well, making it through, I believe, to the quarterfinal spot. But it was an all-Japanese finals in the end, with the Team Secrets taking down Handsome D in the grand finals. And the US teams Violence and Destiny didn't actually get past the first stages, though Destiny, who we're going to be seeing playing, were taken out by the eventual finalist Handsome D. Still, it's got a sting, and hey, hopefully we'll see a strong performance from them today. Destiny are a team who we've seen do extremely well before. Destiny and Violence, the two primary US teams, are teams that we've seen kind of take over proceedings for a while, though. There's kind of eras in Modern Combat 5 where you end up with, for a while, one team or a couple of teams will be super dominant. Destiny and Violence' era has come and has passed, but hey, there's a chance to come back on it. Let's have a look and see what you guys are saying, if there's anything else for you. Shaco Gaming, please open Android Cup at the same time. I believe there are plans for Android and PC tournaments, though there hasn't been anything revealed as of yet, so please do stay tuned, and if you keep an eye on the social media and the Play ESL site, that's the fastest way of finding out as and when anything is announced, but I believe it will be sooner rather than later. It looks like we've got most of the Shadows in here, and I'm just going to have a quick check around and see if I can check into because we know that Destiny have a lot of history in the league, and I'm going to have a quick check and see if Shadows do as well. No, they are a new team. Shadows. Okay. Destiny from the US. Hopefully Destiny will get all that they need. Kill now players. Are you sure he is counter? I think I am. I don't know though. Do you know any differently than I do? How alarming. Well, if you find out that it's not me, then please do tell me and I'll make sure to turn up, because I should really be here if I'm not. And who is this? I don't know. Going a bit mad already. MC5 to Hacksaw Peter, where is my Danny? I'm assuming you're referring to Hacksaw. Unfortunately, I'm not quite sure if Hacksaw's going to be joining us today, but if he does, that'll be great. But I don't have any information about his whereabouts currently. I had hoped he'd be able to join us, but maybe he'll join us later on, or perhaps he'll just join us for iOS Blue a little bit later on. Oh, apparently my volume's a bit too low, so I'll just see about getting that checked. Let's see. Shazam! Alright, I've put myself up a little bit. MC5 Tax, if you can let me know if I'm appropriate volume, or if it's possibly just that I need to bring the music down, I'm not sure. There we go, Sultan, that's a well-worn player in the league. Certainly has been around for a long time. Hopefully, yes, so hopefully my mic's up at the appropriate level. That's a good thing to figure out before we get going. And Vadrasa, you'd like to see improved Modern Combat 5 graphics on PC. Interesting. Anything specifically? Is there something like some sort of feature? Or something that you feel that's missing? I don't know. Oh, Yannick S. Gaming thinks Hacksaw will come in the Red Cup. That's entirely possible, I hope so. Because, hey, I enjoyed casting with him as well. Hopefully he's just had something come up. And he'll be with us soon. Yes, I can. If you're having problems with playing on Android, I definitely would get in touch. On either through the email address, which I just realised is not actually showing up on this one. Let's see if I can do anything about that. I think there is. Let's see. Yes, I'll put the email up at the top of the screen. Just so that when I refer to an email address, you're not just confused what the heck I'm talking about. There we go. Well, down the bottom. Counter never got my giveaways. Kill now players, I'm not sure what you're referring to, but maybe you could expand a little bit. I'm just going to quickly tell these guys. Start when... Oop. Hello. They don't even need me to tell them to start when ready because they've already off to the races. Those scallywags. Alright, so once more. Shadows from the UK. Destiny from the US. Destiny with a pedigree of success. Shadows, an entirely new team to the tournament. We'll see if they can stand up to the Goliaths of Destiny, or if they'll just become another path on the road to Destiny's future success. Let's bring the music down. Let's bring the game volume up, which will need probably a little bit of fiddling to get absolutely right, but please do let me know either way around it. If there's any volume adjustments that need to be doing, I will endeavour to do them. Right, let's start off, if we can, with our good friend Sultan, who has had a lot of success before, leading the Destiny team. Going to be able to get some long-range fighting on, but it's actually going to be the Shadows who managed to land the first kill, which is pretty nice for them, considering especially they actually seem to be down a member in the early proceedings, but that's not slowing them down at all. Let's see if we can find Slim Shady, because a lot of these guys have got no names whatsoever, who managed to land a knife kill. Pretty darn good for them. Sorry, I'll try and keep my my iPad at an angle where I'm not talking away from my microphone. That'll probably help. First kill going to be coming through for the side of Destiny, and a whole bunch of kills in a hurry leave them actually in the lead after a pretty strong start for the Shadows. 6 minutes left to play. Hopefully my Wi-Fi will hold up during the duration. Let me get rid of that little bit at the side there, because we don't need that anymore. As we go up 5-5, airstrike's going to be coming in. Doesn't get too much work done, but can be a devastating maneuver. There we see Abe manages to land one off the airstrike. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard, and it's 4-0 Abe so far really doing work for the Destiny team. And Sultan manages to land a kill as well. Oops managed to trade one back on to Abe's. But the Shadows still remain behind. The first round performance, the starting out performance of Shadows, extremely impressive. But Destiny's able to show off what they're made of. So let's take a quick look around and see who's performing for both teams. So Abe and Parker for the Destiny team. Let's spend a little time with Parker if we can. Don't want those people with the same icons. They're always hard to find. Oh, hello, Parker left the game. He got embarrassed. Got a little performance anxiety there. Which is a shame for Destiny because it looks like Shadows have gotten back their 5th member, though I think they all just died in quick succession. But still, numbers advantage across the Shadows, but they could in fact just be giving Destiny an additional amount of targets. We'll see if they can leverage that numbers advantage successfully, or if Destiny will continue to be strong. Destiny who seem to have gone down to just 3 players, which I'm not sure if this is a specific strategy or just some connection issues. But hey, so far it's not seeming to slow Destiny down any. Let's see, Sultan 6-2, Abe 9-3, Oregon the only one who's kind of struggling for Destiny so far. Actually, there is Parker in the game who's 0-0. I think they may have rejoined. In fact, yes, there we go. The other 2 members of Destiny are back in things, so they've got a reset scoreboard, I think. Or possibly just were never here in the first place. I think Parker is new to things. Let's jump around a bit and see if we can get a different perspective. Oops! Not having the best game on the side of the Shadows. 2-6 so far. Might be about to take one more death, but no! Managed to take down Oops before Sharp Shot does for him straight away afterwards. Interesting, I don't think, and I've got to look around maybe a little bit more carefully if this is the case, that we're seeing too much in the way of commanders in this particular one, which I was kind of hoping we would see. But hey, and maybe we'll see a little bit more of that as the day does go on. Great to see you guys in the chat are making friends with each other, that's wonderful to see. Unfortunately, these guys just don't seem to know the meaning of friendship because they're all about shooting each other in the face again and again. Oh boy, oh boy. Still, Destiny looking pretty darn good right now. Argonon, one of the players for Destiny who hasn't had an amazing game so far, but does manage to land a kill onto Slim Shady, which is honestly not too shabby. Will get taken out by the one of the mysterious players over on the Shadows team, because they've got multiple members who've got completely blank names, which is a little weird, honestly. But hey, if mysterious is their style, who am I to say otherwise? Let's take a look across with our good pal Sultan, who seems to be swinging the team into the lead. That's right, I made a really dated reference there. Hopefully somebody got it, but probably not. Parika manages to get the kill onto Oops. Destiny managing to tear ahead. And one more kill. Who's it going to go across to? I think it may be gifted across to the Sultan as a mark of respect. Oops manages to land a kill onto Eb. But Argonon makes up for a little bit of a shaky performance with a last kill of the game. Alright guys, let's take a quick look across at the scoreboard. And yes, it's going to be Abe and Sultan who are going to be the standouts. 50-35. Alright guys, we'll take a short break while we do get set up for the second game in this series. Please do stay tuned, and we'll be back as soon as we possibly can. Alright guys, we are back for our second game of the day between Shadows and Destiny. We'll see if Shadows are able to come back after a pretty tough game one, losing out 35 to 50 against the veterans Destiny. Shadows from the UK, this is their first tournament, though we do know that there's quite a lot of churn where it comes to these teams. We can see repeating players, but I don't recognise them at least. So they could well be new, though a couple of the Shadows player are living up to their names by choosing to go completely incognito. So it's a little hard, honestly, to tell if we've seen these guys before, but they put up a pretty good fight against Destiny. Last time round managed to hit that first one, this time round getting the same, but Destiny even quicker, turning things on its head. This time round going up 3-1 in the first 30 seconds. Oh, apparently we've got good news that Hacksaw may be coming onto the stream, which would be excellent news if that does happen. So hopefully he will be here. It's a shame he's missing out on this strong first showing from both of these teams. Shadows managing to keep pace with Destiny so far, managing to take the fight to the close quarters where Destiny aren't able to fully leverage their there's just an extra little bit of skill coming in. Sharpshot and Bot are going to trade kills with each other. Shadows only behind by 2, which is not by any means a huge obstacle to overcome. Looks to be that the Shadow team are going to try and work from range a little bit. Manage to get a kill onto Parika. Will we see one more coming through? Yes, we will. Shadows managing to make up some of that lost ground from earlier on, while Destiny trying to break things up into close quarters. Entirely opposite of what I said before, but hey, it's a learning experience for everyone here. Shadows still behind by 2, keeping it the pace exactly the same as it has been before, but the Shadows only have this one game to come back into this series. If they lose one more game, they will be hitting the bench, but it's still a long way to go. Sultan putting a pretty amazing performance so far in this game, 8-2. It's not, in this kind of game mode, it's not just about getting those kills, it's about keeping your deaths down as well. For any of you guys who are new to this, it is a 50 kill limit, as you may have inferred from game 1, if you were there for that. So Sultan is doing a great work for the side of Destiny. Let's take a look. It seems like Sharpshot is probably the closest in comparison, 5-2 so far, but not the crazy record that Sultan has done so far. Alright, we get a chance to catch our breath. I believe we can hear an airstrike coming. Doesn't seem like it's going to land on 21 as Sharpshot gets into some close range fighting. A little bit of help from his friends, and help in this case, meaning a grenade, will do the job. Or he could have ricocheted that himself, didn't quite spot, but hey, one way or another, Shadows now behind by 10 kills. A rough situation for them to be in. Let's see how they're doing as a team. They do in fact have a member who I think maybe just died. Oh, no, it's not this guy. We'll see if we can find him. Who's currently 9-3. There we go. Mysterious Stranger is 9. I think actually 10-3 though. Of course, the moment we start looking at him, he dies. It is the curse of these broadcasts. At the moment we look at anyone who's doing well, they'll immediately start doing badly just to prove us wrong. And the curse seems to be in full effect as Destiny take them down one more time. Destiny's starting to really build up ahead of the team. Let's check back in with our comrade Sultan, who is continuing to do exceptionally well. 11-4 has started to take more deaths in this game, but also is going to take a flashbang as well. Less than 3.5 minutes left on the clock, as Destiny look to try and put pedal to the metal and put this one to bed early. This game, if they win this game here, which seems extremely likely at this point, they will advance to our next round of competition, and Shadows will be hitting the bench. Sultan will get taken down, which is the big thing for Shadows. They need Destiny's top performer off the field for as long as possible, but to be able to work in an environment where only one kill will see Destiny ahead is impossible for the Shadows this time round. Sadly, I'll have to bid goodbye to my fellow team from the UK. Destiny from the US, once more showing their dominance, taking a second game even more dominantly than they did before. 50-29. And I didn't actually even notice there. Parker really stepped up at the end of things. I didn't even notice it happening. 17-5. Nice performance. Actually outstripping Sultan by every metric we care to keep. So that will be it for our first game of the day, but we will attempt to find you another as soon as we possibly can. I will have to check about the giveaways for today, but we'll be, either way around it, we will be back with you as soon as we possibly can. That's right, the more observant of you will realize what this screen means. It means that there is a custom game up and ready because we are unfortunately waiting on some of the teams to finish their matches and get ready for our quarterfinals. So rather than trying to kind of break in halfway through a series, which is a little bit of a tricky thing to do, we will instead watch all of you battle for our amusement in the museum. Please to come and join us for our first custom game of the day, which I'll put out onto the chat as well. Custom game is live. Passkey is ESL123 on iOS only. Hopefully a few of you guys will come and join so that we can I was going to say not embarrass me because I won't be playing. Phew, I've learned my lesson from before. But hopefully you can show off your skills and maybe attract the eyes of some of the teams playing today, and hopefully you'll be the Modern Combat players of the future. So disturbed Modern Combat 5 promoting Modern Combat Versus. Well, both games are made by the same company, so there's a lot of crossovers. Now then, you don't understand why people are making angry emotes and still watching. Honestly, I'm not quite sure either, but hey, I'm glad that anyone who chooses to watch however they feel about it is watching. In fact, it might be time for me to break out the Unicode emotes. I don't know, guys. Do you feel like it's that time? I feel like it might be that time. Let's start out with some tame ones and then kind of just get weirder from there. Alright, got a few of you guys in here, but I think once we've got a few more, like probably at least 3 aside, we will get started, and then I can start really spamming some Unicode emotes, which are really my only way which I know how to communicate. So, Stephen, Gideon, Kays, and It's, I guess are from the same clan. Hentai Queen, oh boy, will be our 5th player. But just one more required. Looks like someone's sitting in spectate, which means they will be struggling to play from the spectate slot because it's not the traditional space to play from. Uh-oh, everyone's going on the red team. What about those poor old blues? They're going to get the blues real bad if no one will play with them. Neos the Gamer went to next MP5 versus community. I'm not sure as of yet, but it could well be in the near future. Neos, I'll try and make sure there's an announcement put out one way or another when it does happen again, because I know I certainly enjoyed doing them, and I hopefully you guys enjoyed them as well. Oh, counter, we are from the same country. Oh, interesting. Which country is denoted by 503, or are you saying that you're from the UK? I'm not sure. Language is so ambiguous these days. When is MC6 update? Oh boy, I don't know. It's someone. This MC6. This is a game which I don't know about. But hey, Adam Belfinry? That's a fun name. I wish I knew how to say it properly. Alright, we did have enough players to get started with 4v4, but one of them just switched over, so we'll have to wait for one more to fill us out. There we go, 5v5. Let's not waste any further time. Let's get ourselves started. Let's drop in the game sound. Let's string down the music. Oh boy, it's so complicated. And let ourselves get started for a team battle on the museum. Bosk days are back, good to see. Were they ever really gone? Do you not see a Bosk in the face of every smiling child? No, that sounds really weird actually. Forget I said that. Let's get started for our first custom game, and let's see who can impress on the grandest stage of them all. Will Modern Combat Versus be for most of Z? I don't know, I'm afraid. I would definitely get in touch with the Facebook page for Modern Combat, and maybe they'll be able to answer that for you. But that's a good question. Dean, welcome to the Mob Crush chat, which is definitely one of the more exclusive chats. Counter, what headset do I use? I use an 80-20-20 microphone. I'm assuming that's kind of what you're really asking. If you're looking for a good microphone, I would definitely recommend it. It is used by a lot of casters, and I think that most people's experience with it, as far as I'm aware, has been, or I'd say everyone's experience with it has been pretty good. Whew. Alright, so let's take a quick pop at the scoreboard and see if we can find someone who's doing a little bit more than the one we're watching at the moment, who seems to be a bit AFK. Specialist is going to get us started. Dean, wondering about this game? I don't know. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. Pro new gameplays. Peter, you thought I died. Well, honestly, that's a completely valid interpretation. We have been gone for a while, but hopefully we'll be back for the foreseeable future. Element getting a job done with the air trackers. The red team looking pretty darn dominant right now. Let's see. Nina? I feel like you should have all the VIPs. You're my VIP. If that's... I mean, it won't get you any Paragon armor, but... you know, for as long as that keeps you warm at night, then hopefully it will serve in its sense. Let's see if we can find the new leader, who I think is one of these grey aliens. Oh boy, we had 4 of them and it was the very last one. 9 and 1 so far, a pretty impressive performance. We'll walk on a grenade the second we find him though. So hey, Madness Strategy, when will ESL come to Modern Combat Versus? I'm afraid I don't know. I'm not involved with Modern Combat Versus myself, but hopefully there will be some action from that side as well. The 2 games are made by different studios, so there is a bit of a separation between the 2, but I'm sure you guys would enjoy seeing that as well. So all I can say is we just watch the space and perhaps it will happen. Let's see. Yes, Grinder is a popular choice, no doubt. I can't say Sharon Shetty have a strong feeling about the Vice, but well, just while we've got a second, let's take a look over and see who were our best performing players. It will be Elements and Aim equals bad, belying his name with I think the best, or one of the best kill deaths in the game. I am going to exit out and start another custom game though, because I want to make sure you guys get a chance to get into this one rather than just having the same people every single time. Next time, make it locked tier 1 recon only. Perhaps. We can certainly start doing some more goofy custom games if you guys feel like it. I'll do at least one more regular one, but this one will be a free-for-all. And again, I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines, getting a chance to appreciate your combat like a fine wine. Just getting it set up now. Pro noob, thanks for throwing up the duck faces. Sad was spectating. That does make sense. Oh, you'd like to... someone would like to have Prestige's banned. Guys, I'll see if we can do that for next game. I'm just going to write that down. Ban Prestige. Alright, let's get ourselves back into lobby. ESL 123, just like before. My name was Sadi, ESL T7. Neat. Carlos Daniel would like to borrow your account. I don't know about that. Oh boy, that seems like a bad idea. Sivo Nathuko Ngadi? Free credits, please. Well, since you asked so nicely, I'll post you some electronic currency. Usually we would have giveaways. I haven't had a chance to check in with Gameloft today to make sure we've got those credits to release. So I don't want to promise you guys anything which I don't 100% have certainty you'll be able to give away. So for this particular stream though, I don't imagine that it will be the same for future streams. There won't be giveaways until I hear otherwise. But for future weeks, almost certainly there will be giveaways as normal. Yes, as you can see on the stream, ESL123, the passkey is trying to get away at the edge of the screen, will be a passkey to fame and fortune. Come and join in. Neos the Gamer, do the top players in these matches get anything? They should get a whole bunch of satisfaction, by God. They're not really, but you get to play on stream and look cool doing it. I'm going to try and highlight the the players who are doing better. So you will at least get a little bit of fame and fortune, which you could show off to your family and friends and impress them with your Modern Combat 5 skills. Let's see, anyone else say anything? So a quick drink of water, I can hear my voice is starting to get a little bit dehydrated. The wonderful sound of someone drinking water on stream, and it looks like we've got a full house, so let's get going. We're heading to the rooftops for some free-for-all action. So any of you guys who came in as a group, as a pair, will now have to fall down the apples and pears. That joke doesn't even make sense. Never mind. But hey, the passkey will remain on screen, but I think I'll actually no, I'll take it off for the time being, just because I don't know actually. No, okay, I'll leave it up without showing the passkey, because until somebody leaves, people won't be able to join. So I don't want to kind of leave it in a position where people are going to get frustrated. Sasori rocking the kitty cat. That is the icon of my long-time co-caster Hacksaw. I wonder where he is right now. Hopefully he'll be joining us at some point. I've not heard anything for the time being from him, so I don't have any great hopes of that. You'll just have to make do with myself for the while. And as I said, I'll have to take a few more breaks just because of solo streaming is a little bit more straining on the voice than the old duo streams. Hey Electro Wizard, lovely to see you. Glad you're so very enthusiastic. Is there anything you'd like to ask? Or any particular concerns you have? Then please do let us know. I think we just saw someone disconnect. Let's take a quick look across and see who's at the top of the scoreboard for the time being. It's going to be Bus Mario. Oh boy. I don't know what that means, but he's doing pretty well for himself. And, again, gets knocked out. Electro Wizard, that's a lot of middle fingers. I do appreciate a person who is so enthusiastic. So, Bus Mario, I believe, is still at the top of the pops with Sasori, going to be in second place with 7 kills. Looks like Bus Mario hasn't got any particular strategy, but apart from just running at people and murdering them. But so far, so good. Seems to be working for him. No update on the tournament games as of yet, so we'll keep these custom games going as long as my voice will hold out. Sharon Shetty, I don't know if you're talking to me, but I'm a really big fan of the Commander class, which has just come in. I haven't really seen people using it as of yet, but I think it's a fantastic class. It's really fun. And I feel like it completely changes the way that Modern Combat 5 plays as a game. But I can see why people wouldn't necessarily pick it up straight away, because it's not as individually powerful perhaps as other classes, but I still think it's super important to getting people to play the game in a more strategic fashion. Sasori and Bus Mario going to be competing for that top spot. Let's see if we can find it. I think they're actually the kitty cat. Yes, they are. 12 and 4, and once more going to fall over the second we start looking at them. But Sasori, I think, is, yes, just competing for that top spot, really getting stuck in. So this does bring up an interesting point here. When you're on the freefall, is it best to lurk back and try and pick off kills, or is it best to get stuck in and just try and kill everybody, but also fairly inevitably die yourself? So far, Sasori seems to be mostly going for the stuck in style, but right now, not unfortunately managing to put down Ganesh at the short range with the Red Eye. Via Fahim, I believe that the prestige weapons did receive a little bit of a nerfing in the recent past, though it's always possible they could be nerfed further, I'd imagine. But hey, we will try next custom game, if we do have time for that, turning off the prestige weapons. Because hey, it seems to be that's what at least one person wanted, and it doesn't seem like it's a particularly negative thing. There's still a lot of other weapons. For him, it's the Commander, but yes, pretty much. It's not unique in Diamond. Are you saying that it gets played in Diamond? Oh, hello. Okay, unfortunately, or fortunately depending on your point of view, we have got our next game coming up, so we'll have to drop out of this one. Please do bear with us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with our next game, which not sure who it's going to be, but hey, It's a tournament game, so we have to jump out. Hopefully you guys understand, and we'll be back in just, hopefully, a few moments. Alright guys, as you can see on the screen, we are about to get started for our first quarterfinal match of the day, as Destiny, who we saw beat out the team from the UK, the Shadows, earlier on in the first round, will go up against Vol 2017 from France. I'm just going to have a quick check and see who Vol have beaten to get here, since I don't believe they're one of the teams who got a bye. Yes, Vol 2017 beat CST Esports to make it here for this next round of competition. We'll see if they can have better luck than the Shadows did last time round. Destiny looked pretty dominant, ending out the game 35-50, then 29-50. So pretty good showing from them. Can they do it again though? Alright, Destiny going to charge out onto the map, see if they can get some of that early blood, some of that early aggression out. Will Vol be the ones to take the first blood? Destiny have managed to fire back as both teams take the first blood at more or less the same time, so the momentum's still up in the air. The first flurry of aggression doesn't turn to anything too crazy so far. Parker going down very low, 10% health, decides to go out anyway and gets cut down immediately. Destiny and Vol still neck and neck so far. Drenick, I've definitely seen this guy before, now picks up his first kill of the game and a nice bit of flanking action there. Let's take a look and see how things are panning out. It looks like Vol taking possession of the middle of the map while Destiny being pushed back. However, it doesn't seem to be harming their chances at all, as we'll watch what Sharpshot is going to be doing with the shotgun. Apparently get cut to pieces immediately as Drenick, just from before, will continue to play. Arnagon, the one of the players for Destiny who did struggle a little bit in the first match of the day, manages to step it up towards the end of the game and put on a decent show for us, but Vol's starting to build a little bit of a head of steam. It's going to be Drenick who is going to be able to do a lot of that work, be able to bring out, I believe, the Recon class there, to be able to put down a hail of bullets, rocking the tier 5 weaponry, which is always nice to see that that rebalance did allow for people to use a little bit more in the way of variety of weapons. To see a breakout and Sultan the one to go down after that long exchange of bullets. Of course, when you've got more bullets, is the better. Sharpshot manages to land a couple of grenade kills, but Vol 2017 really starting to do well. Drenick actually takes some cells out with a grenade launcher. Not the best, as Sultan manages to finally get back some ground for his team. Sultan rocking the #1 trophy. Certainly coming to this one pretty darn confident, but so far has been struggling to keep his deaths down while we've got a second. Let's look. Yes, there's a lot of deaths already on the Destiny team, particularly on Parker and Sharpshot. Dead Fate is going to be the big player for Vol right now. Managed to go 6 and 3 and immediately going to die the second we look at him once more. Honestly, I'll have to stop talking about that just because it happens so often that I'm starting to become superstitious about it myself. Dead Fate certainly has a name that encourages that kind of line of thought. But he's still got a pretty good record so far. Well, they've got a good record so far. Golden Boy, I believe you're asking about Windows. At the moment, there aren't any plans that I'm aware of for Windows and Android, at least not in a concrete fashion, but there is, from what I've been told, an intention to at least give us some Android action, if not PC, so please do bear with us, and hopefully we'll be able to get information about that to you as soon as we've got it available. But I at least do know that that is an intention down the line. Destiny seem to have the intention to get back into this game, though, as Sultan doing pretty damn well for themselves. Let's step back in, and now Sultan, from when we last looked at him, he had only a small amount of kills to his deaths, has now stepped up massively. I don't think he's even died since we last saw him, now 9 and 3 in the game, taking the close range action and really making a mess of things. Weirdest channel, making a Kevin Spacey joke, honestly. The meme game is Always something I look forward to on stream. As you see, Sultan getting another kill does eventually fall down, but the fighting is bloody in the extreme. Dranic, who had some early success, is now suffering a lot of deaths. I think perhaps getting a little too aggressive. Let's see where the points are lying so far. It's going to be the Master with a pretty sweet looking icon, who's 8 and 7 so far. Pro Noob gameplay, so what can I do to make Counterfeit Quack? Well, I mean, you did drop down the Quack things before, so I'll throw you a quick one. Just for you, Pro Noob, because I know that you love it. Sharon Shetty, you came to hear British people quack. Well, you've had a small quack. Let's see if we can build up to a full-on quack attack as things do go along. 2 minutes left in contention for these two teams. Destiny from the US, Vol from France. Vol doing very well for themselves so far. Destiny, an extremely potent team. I'm going to have a quick look and just check on what the history of Vol is. I believe they have been around for a while as well. It is the first game as a team, but these players certainly in the seem somewhat familiar. I think this may be a renamed team from before. Let's just quickly check and see the points going, as it started to go in heavily in the favour of Destiny. A managed to land one more kill, Master managed to trade it back, but now Vol not in a position to allow trades anymore because they're behind. One more kill will see Destiny to the finish line, and they manage it courtesy of Sultan taking out Dranic, making that 1-2-0. MC5 to Hacksaw for this particular tournament. Until I can double check that we have giveaways to give away, we're not going to do it this time, but for future tournaments I'm almost certain there will be giveaways, so apologies for that. Hopefully you can bear with us for today until that's cleared up, which will hopefully be as soon as possible. But we'll need to take a short break while we do get set up for the second game between Destiny and Vol 2017. Let's take a quick look across to see what the numbers are. Yes, Sultan again stepping up. And let's get ourselves back up to the break screen before it throws us back into the game again. Ooh boy. Alright, we'll be back in just a few moments, hopefully, with our next game. Please do stay tuned and keep on quacking. Alright, as you guys can see, we are waiting for the last members of Vol 2017 to filter in for our potentially last game between Destiny and Vol. Destiny are up 1 after just stealing away the game at the end of proceedings. But Vol put out a pretty good fight. I didn't actually write down the numbers, unfortunately, but it was incredibly close. I believe it was a matter of around 5 kills or so separating the two teams, and Vol was in the lead for a good part of that game. But yes, once more, great to see Solar Girl making her way back in, doing the hard work along with our other admins who are working hard today, who will be Winter and Envy, your other admins, who are the hard-working guys behind the scenes. If you see them around, please do show them some love, because they put a lot of work in to make sure these tournaments run as smoothly as possible. And anytime we do get delayed, believe me, the delays would be massively longer if those guys weren't working their little socks off to be able to make sure things go as smoothly as they can. Vol have one more player to bring in, and there they are. So I believe they should be getting themselves started. In fact, that's exactly what is happening. Let's take it to the streets, because Sharan wanted it to happen. It will happen! All the streets, all the time. Certainly know that it's a divisive map because it is the first map on the custom game list, so it tends to be seen more often than not. But let's waste no further time and jump right in. Last time round, it was Sultan who really stepped up towards the end of proceedings. We'll see if Destiny can pull it off one more time and secure their spot in the semi-finals. Argonon, going to be our first port of call. As Draenic takes themselves out with a grenade, starting to become a little bit habit for me, I'm thinking for him. Dead Fate's going to be going in, dropping the grenades at close range. Doesn't manage to land in the end. Yes, I do believe it answers the question that Solar Girl, in fact, works directly for Modern Combat 5, the game. She gets paid by the game to just hang out with it, honestly. Anyway, what am I talking about? I have no idea. Destiny managed to secure themselves a early lead, going up 10-6, as you can see at the top of your screen. Let's see if we can find our number one buddy friend. Parker up 5-1. YouTube Logistics, you hate this map. Oh, why do you hate this map? Please tell me more. Parker certainly doesn't seem to be hating things so far. Dodging in out of cover. Wow, look at that performance. Very nicely played there. 8 kills, 1 death so far. Incredibly nicely played, but a flurry of kills back from the side of Vol will start to at least keep them in proceedings. Exchange of kills. Parker manages to get one as Dead Fate goes down to sharp shot as well. We'll see a large explosion, and let's see where the kills are coming in for. It looks like a Dead Fate is making use of the firing the grenade launcher into the floor, which is a nice way to pick up some cheeky kills if you get lucky. But it's a little unreliable unless your team's exceptionally coordinated and can communicate that to the grenade launcher bearer that there is someone directly above them. Dead Fate's going to go out into some extremely crowded areas to try and get things started, as Destiny still managed to stay ahead. Let's see where those kills are going to. It is going to be Parker, who has been parking themselves on the number one spot for a while. Will die just before I want to change them. Those cheeky scallywags. Nightbot is not a person. You take that back, pro noob. You take that back. Destiny haven't been taken back from the brink as of yet, though. Vol still lagging behind as we are racking up the kills pretty darn quickly. Destiny only need to find just again as many as they have right now, and they will be in our semis. Vol perhaps going to get a little bit desperate here because they can't afford to drop a game. Cray and PvP Cracker Cray. Faith Aiken, I don't know what it is you're talking about, but you seem to be having a good time, so I cannot deny you. Vol now behind by 10 kills. Parker's going off the charts in this game. 16-5 finally falls to a well-placed shotgun blast to the face. But hey, impressive performance so far. In fact, sorry, I just realised I've left the music on and not for the game audio, so let's get that changed over. I'm just checking it with my Gameloft contact Radu about the giveaways for today, and if that's alright, we'll start doing them shortly. Cool. We do in fact have clearance for giveaways, so we will get that started in a minute. I'm just checking everything there as Destiny start to really ramp things up. Drenic and Dreadfate do manage to land a couple of kills, but there's the kill streaks coming in. Parker doing incredibly in this game. 25-6. Hiding behind a box, but doesn't seem to have slowed down his progress through the game. I think he's actually has more than half of the kills of Destiny in his hands. And that will be it for Vol's chances. They did strongly, but they could not contest with Parker. Good lord, I don't even know what was going on there. But hey, alright, well, since we have got clearance about the giveaways, let's see about giving them away. Alright, so let's get the details ready. I've had to request to put this through the Mob Crush platform first. So you guys may not know, but the we do transmit on multiple platforms. I'm just going to see if I can pull up the Mob Crush page. And then we can see about that. But we'll just take a short break while we see about getting that set up. We'll have the next game for you as soon as possible. So please do stay tuned, and we'll have more information about that giveaway when we come back next. Alright guys, we're getting set up for our next game between Wintex Esports and Versus Crew. As you can see on the screen, our Mob Crush giveaway is live. Hashtag quarter on the mobcrush.com/modern combat channel will get you entered in for that one. In fact, let me just shorten things up a little bit. I think that's a little bit too long of a... There we go. There's a little... Let's see, let's leave them www just to make it clear that it is actually a website. I'll ask you to go to that. So mobcrush.com/modern combat, hashtag quarter into the chat. A single time will be enough to get you entered in. Hey Sharon Shetty, nice to see you over on the Mob Crush platform. We shouldn't be too far off from getting started with our next game, which is also going to be a quarterfinals match, because Destiny and Vol were one of the first teams to actually make it through. Thomas Teham McGarlan, if you go to play.esl.com and /modern combat, then you should be able to get involved in future tournaments. There will be one a little bit later on, which will be the iOS Blue Cup, which will be starting in from now 7-8 hours? No, 7.5 hours from now. Did I spell it wrong? I did spell it wrong. Oh, thank you for pointing that out. I will get that changed. Give away. Thank you, Pro Noob Gameplays. I didn't think I did see you say something about the if you were missing anything from any giveaways. Unfortunately, I don't have any access to any credits or anything to be able to give you. You would need to contact Modern Combat Community at gmail.com at the top of the screen to be able to have anything done about that. But for the moment, let's head into our second quarterfinals of the day. Wintex Esports going up against Versus Crew, whose name isn't quite spelled like that, but hey, that's what I need to do to get it to fit on the screen. Let's see, I believe this is a all-German final we're seeing, so should be interested to see how these guys do. A lot of the time we do end up seeing teams from the same country facing up against each other in the earlier parts of the tournament and being forced to knock out their country people. We'll see how it ends up going as we get started for our second quarterfinal of the day. Still in best of 3, up all the way up till the grand finals, which will be best of 5. Wintex on the blue, Versus Crew over on the red. And I don't believe I've seen either of these guys before, because I believe that the German team is joining in the tournament is quite new as well. But hey, we'll see how they do. Depat for Versus Crew will land the first kill. Looks like Kazalor is looking for the second, trying to see if he can nip at somebody's heels. Going to switch the pistol for close range action and will be rewarded. Managed to land a headshot on the depot and equalize the score of what has been a relatively low kill game so far. Both German teams managing to play this one out carefully. MC5 to Hacksaw, the question is, do I stream League of Legends? I'll have to address that at the end of the stream. We'll keep it all focused on Modern Combat 5 for the time being, but I appreciate you asking. I'll give all my kind of personal stuff right at the end, but I don't want to distract people from what's going on right now by talking about my stuff. Mode ahead. Gonna be able to spot out a little bit of extra action here, but let's see where those kills are going, because there really aren't very many of them to be had. Oops, there we go. Oh, interestingly, Deepak is the recipient of both deaths in the game for Versus Crew, but also both kills. Pro Noob, why is the screen square? That's the just the resolution of the iPad that I'm casting it from. It doesn't have the widescreen resolution on it, so it ends up looking a little bit square. But hey, Sharon Shetty did guess correctly. It's from an iPad, which is why of that particular orientation. As we're seeing a very unusual game, both these teams 2-2, so not incentivized to go to the opponent and potentially risk falling behind and then being forced into an aggressive situation. Both of them covering the doorways extensively, knowing that the second they step through, like Deepat's just about to do now, they're going to take a hail of bullets. I think Deepat was intending to try and run in, take some shots and then run out again, but didn't manage the latter part of that equation, which will leave Wintex over the blue team in the lead. Mobile will land a kill though onto Element, as second onto Lembo as well. Nice job so far as Deepak joins in the action. Pistols have seen a lot of use so far, and Versus Crew managed to hold on to the lead, up 8-3. Let's see if we can find our DP Space. I'm going to go with Space, that seems easier to say. Not Shetty. In India, quarter would mean a shot of beer. Well, feel more than free to post me some beer as well. Versus Crew, perhaps feeling celebratory already, up with a 2-to-1 kill ratio rather over Wintex Esports after a very static start to proceedings. Space, who I think is called something else, but that's the best I can assume, is getting a lot of kills in this game, but the rest of Versus Crew really picking up the pace. Only 3.5 minutes left on the clock. An unrecognizable game from what we had before. Finally, Space is going to go down. And I don't even know anymore if they've got the most kills. It's going to be T-Mobile. Nice bit of guerrilla advertising there coming through. 5-0 so far. Doing it well for their sponsors, I suspect. Going to take a little bit of time to consider what's happening before diving straight back into things, landing a kill onto Lambo as Wintex struggle to keep up. Lucas, add chat on Rand, please. I'm not really sure what you mean. Could you expand what you mean? Lucas, I'm not quite clear. But hey, I'll check back in with you in a minute. Just less than 3 minutes left to play in the first game between Wintex and Versus Crew. Kazlaw will land a kill onto T-Mobile. Leo will trade the favor back straight away. And of course, Versus Crew love to be in a trading situation because they're already so far ahead. Every trade kill is one step closer to victory for them. Doing pretty darn well so far. Motorhead getting work done as well with the long-range rifles as the kills continue to be trading through. And actually, Versus Crew doing pretty darn well for themselves. Beasted, I woke by your presence. I did see a little bit of that discussion going on. I'm glad to see that there's some real information being passed backwards and forwards in the chat. I'm glad you guys are there to educate each other about the real world. The world is looking bleak for Wintex Esports though so far. Both teams, once more from Germany, both teams going at each other with a lot of ferocity, but Wintex struggling mightily. Versus Crew really keeping the pressure on them, trying to catch them just as they're respawning, trying to keep Wintex from building up any kind of unit coherency. And of course, Wintex very much encouraged to try and play aggressively and potentially sloppily in the closing part of this match to try and find a way back in. Versus Crew punishing that severely. T-Mobile up 10-3, I think is going to be the best performing member of the Versus Crew. Let's take a look across and see who's doing well. Kazlaw, who is just surviving, 8-10, actually the best performing member. Oh, it's Kaze and Law. Kazlaw? Well, thanks MT5 to Hacksaw. You've corrected me, and I believe you're right. Kazlaw is the best performing member for Wintex, but has more deaths than kills, which I think tells the story. Kazlaw going to go up close range, dropping down the shotgun, but is going to get dropped in turn. Versus Crew, moments away from taking this first game of their quarterfinals. A couple of kills coming in from Wintex Esports, but it feels like it's vastly too little too late. Frosty will land a kill, T-Mobile 1 traded back. Frosty managed to land another kill onto Leo. 30 seconds left to play. No way Wintex comes back from this, but they can at least try and salvage some pride in the last few moments of the match. Kazlaw looking for one more kill. Does manage to get it, but it's not going to be remotely enough. Versus Crew take that 50-33. Very nice play from them. We'll see where we end up going next, but for the moment, please do stay tuned, and we'll be back with Game 2 of this quarterfinal as soon as we possibly can. We're back, baby! Versus Crew over on the blue, Wintex over on the red. We are still in the quarterfinal stages. Versus Crew did a pretty big number on Wintex in game number 1. Now we're heading onto the streets, which I know will be a good news for Sharon and probably bad news for all the people who found streets annoying, for our second game. We will see a switch of sides. Versus Crew now will be over on the blue, Wintex over on the red. We'll see if we do see any different success from a change of colours and a change of scenery. The Mob Crush giveaway will be concluding once this particular match is over, whether it's in this game or the next, so please do get your entries in. The Mob Crush details will come up between games, so I'll give you people a last second chance to get in. You only need to enter in once, so don't worry if you've entered in, you don't do it over and over again, like some people I know. Whoa. But yes, we are back on the streets, yes, and hopefully those of you who enjoy this will have a good time on this one, and those of you who don't, well, maybe it'll be a short game. Last time round, we saw both of these teams playing very conservatively to start things off. Looks to be that we might well be seeing the same sort of thing again. Let's take a look up on the map, if I can figure out how to open it. It looks like Wintex are going to play extremely defensively, befitting a team that has lost a game already. Trying right back at the far western side of the map, which will give them great sightlines. But it looks like Versus Crew aren't going to bite for the time being. Only a limited amount of grenades to play with, so not going to look to just toss them over the wall as of yet. But it looks like Versus Crew are stacking up for some sort of attack. It looks like Wintex have realised from which direction the attack is going to come from, however. So nothing doing as of yet. Question becomes, will Versus Crew, with the run of nearly the entirety of the rest of the map, try and make a play in from multiple angles at once, or will they concentrate their strength? So far it seems to be a waiting game which is running down the clock. Last time round though, this didn't work out terrifically well for Wintex, because once the brawling started in earnest, Versus Crew completely took over the game. Versus Crew in the blue, starting to make their way down a little bit. I thought for a second maybe they might be trying to make an incursion down the bottom at the same time as the top, but honestly I'm not sure what they're going for here. Sharon, you like this kind of game? Well, you're in for a long waiting game for the time being. We know from previous action that once things do get going, they will get going pretty crazy, but for now, it's all about who will keep their nerve the longest. YT Logistics, there isn't currently a Windows stream, but there may well be in the future. Please do stay tuned to our social media channels in order to find out if and when that will happen. Certainly we were doing that last season, so I think there's every possibility that it could happen again. As Versus Crew trying to wait out Wintex. I believe if we do go to run out of time, we will go to overtime. Pro Noob loves overtime. It's what keeps him alive. But it's a little bit of a problematic thing to run into. I think, well, okay, so this is what I'm reading the situation as, is both teams think that if they get into a fight with only a little bit of time left, they will be the ones to come out slightly ahead, and therefore just need to sit back and let the other team come to them. But Beasted sees the truth of things. Along with our reptilian overlords, Wintex are going to make the move finally out of the base. They get the first kill. Versus Crew managed to trade it back straight away. So we're more or less back to where we started, but we are seeing a little bit more life out of the Wintex Crew. Versus go out though with full bore magic. Oh my god, that was a slaughter right in that tight corridor there. Yes, as you may have figured out, Mob Crush is the place to be if you want to drop all the dankest of Maymays. It's the exclusive club for VIPs. As Versus Crews, I'm trying to think of some sort of gag there, but I can't think of any ones which aren't really rude, so I'll leave it there. Versus Crew ahead at 10-3. Let's see where those kills are coming from. Certainly, Space doing really well. Yes, he's the best performing member of the versus crew so far from Germany, much as Wintex are as well. Space taking a little breather, looking for the targets to come to them. Unfortunately chose exactly the wrong moment to go sprinting, but still will take down Kayslaw, who I've been mispronouncing all this time. Fortunately I've been corrected on that. Oh, apparently Beasted's let us know the New World Order has in fact won. Well, that's good news, I guess, if you're on the side of the New World Order. Or if you're on the side of Versus Crew, ahead 16-9, Wintex decided they were the ones to break out and start this brawl. Starting to catch up on Versus Crew though. As we go past the 2-minute mark, we're going to start seeing those kill streaks really coming into effect, especially because Wintex is really clumping up as a team. See how they're going to do. It's going to get bloody very quickly. Versus Crew waiting. Motorhead lands a pistol kill onto Element. Space lurking around the corner. Hey, weirdest channel, you think that there may have been a show of disrespect from the players? That's entirely possible. Space waiting for a target, but no, waits a little too long. Kayslaw, the one to find him, lands a headshot. Lembo going to be able to go akimbo as well. Versus Crew, their lead starting to evaporate before their eyes. Space does land another one. No, it's actually going to go across to Motorhead with a little bit of help from Space. Kayslaw lands a kill as well. Wintex only behind by 3. Finally, Motorhead lands a kill, but Element lands 2 in return. Let's go find this demon of speed who's only gotten those 2 kills so far and has actually fallen down. Let's see if we can find where the kills for the WTX side are coming from. Honestly, I'm not even that sure. I guess Lembo would be the closest to a member who is sort of racking up the kills, but it looks like it's a whole team effort from Wintex as Lembo mans a kill onto T-Mobile, crushing that obvious product placement there as Wintex managed to equal things up. Very nicely done from them. Versus Crew still looking for more kills. T-Mobile lands 1, but Kayslaw are doing very, very well. Let's see if we can find him. He's one of the guys. There we go. We got lucky this time with the badge of pride. He's got an S or a 5 in those little wings, and he's going to fly his way to victory. Currently 8 and 7, but has been a big part of why Wintex is now in the lead. It's all going to come down to this close-up fight. Gucci Mama managed to go through and get 2 more kills for Wintex. Just like that, suddenly Wintex are in an amazing position. T-Mobile are going to get clocked right in the face, and that's going to be it. That's 1-all. Versus Crew are looking real good for a real long time, but the only thing that matters is when we cross the finish line. Very nicely played from Wintex. We'll take a break where we get set up for our third and decisive match between the two. But now it's anyone's series. Hope you will stay with us while we get set up for that. And once the series is concluded, we will draw our Mob Crush winner. But not yet. We need to know who's going to win. Versus Crew, Wintex Esports. The only way to find out is to stay right here. And we'll be right back with that match as soon as we can. Alright guys, we are back once again versus Crew versus Wintex Esports. Our quarterfinals has already been pretty crazy. We have seen the return of Destiny, but one of these two, Versus or Wintex Esports, will progress to join into the semi-finals stages. What a comeback from Wintex in our last round. Now it's all about this elimination style rush mode. For any of you guys who haven't seen it before, this is a very different proposition for the teams, as the elimination mode means they will have no respawns except between rounds, and there is a central objective that they can capture, both teams can capture. Once that timer runs out, the team in possession of the relay, as it is known in the middle, will win the game irrespective of how many kills or deaths, provided one team or the other has not been wiped out. Because that's a perfectly valid strategy in this particular mode. It's just to absolutely murderize everybody on the opposing team. Depot gonna land a kill, so first blood goes across to Versus Crew. Again, both teams, sister teams from Germany, well, at least from the same country. I don't know if they're sister teams necessarily, but hey, 1 minute left to play. Wintex put on such a strong performance in the last game. It'd be heartbreaking for them if they cannot do it again. Kayslaw going to be taken down by Motorhead. Once more, there's no respawns until we go to the next round of competition. Oh, sorry, into the next game. This is a best of 5 mode in of itself. You can see at the top of the screen the little blips there. But Gucci manages to get the job done for Wintex Esports. Manages to land 2 kills of his own. Managing to make it a even proposition between the two teams. If we take a look at the map, we can see that Wintex have managed to fill in that relay. You can see at the middle left of the map in blue. So once the 20 seconds has elapsed, Wintex will lose by default. Now in this game mode, they can still win by wiping out Versus Crew. We'll see if they decide to go for that close range fight, and Gucci lands a kill. He's going to have to reload though, and that will see him put into the ground. Now it's down to Frosky for a few seconds, but Frosky, the snow person, nowhere to be seen. Versus Crew take the first. 2 more at least rounds of rush before we can decide who is going to going through to these semi-finals. Let's get it on. Wintex had Frosky a little out of position for the end of that last game, and also Wintex gave across possession of the relay, which is a dangerous proposition in of itself, because whenever your team is capturing a relay, they will notify the entirety of the opposing team. As Kazelaw manages to land the first kill, it's going to be a nice pickup there. Let's see if we can find him. He is the Flappy Bird person. 1-on-1 so far in the series, but hey, manages to land a second with a little help from Lembo. Wintex looking decent, but T-Mobile manages to take out Element. Going to be bringing back to a 3-on-4 situation. Now Wintex, they need to stick together, or the numbers advantage may not count for anything. Looks to be that we might be seeing some movement towards that relay, but it's a dangerous place to be. Kazelaw comes in from the side, does manage to land a lot of damage from the backside, and Wintex pull ahead. It's going to be going down to the last member, and Wintex do it. The Combat Kings do it once again. It's now 1 apiece. Can see some of you guys in the chat are fans of Wintex, and honestly, given what we saw from last time around, it's understandable. Great to see you guys engaging with the teams, even if they are new to the league. They have shown off an expressive amount of skill already. Kazelaw going to leave the charger in for the Wintex team to the lobby. He's throwing a grenade. Fortunately, he didn't take himself out with a grenade, which has been a lamentably common complaint for some of the more enthusiastic players when it comes to high explosive element. Lands a kill onto T-Mobile though. Wintex starting off this third round of this mini best of 5 well. We're getting a little bit of lag there. Let's see if we can switch to someone else and get a bit better success. Gucci, remember from before, landed the double kill, which allowed Wintex back into it. Does manage to find a flank onto one member of the Versus crew. Doesn't manage to actually put them in the ground, but Wintex going crazy. An absolute charnel house out there. Wintex managed to get a 5-to-1 advantage. Of course, they can go in and take the relay. Now, it's worth noting that, for any of you guys who haven't played this before, the players will be accruing intel during the course of the match that they can either get from capturing the relay or from picking up the briefcases that are around the place. That intel will be used to buy power-ups which will persist between rounds, but if a player dies, they lose all of their previously accrued power-ups, which is not a good proposition at all. Which means Wintex is in an exceptionally good position here because they get to held onto the relay, which gave them extra intel, but they also survive with the whole team, so any power-ups that have been bought by any of their teams will still be in play, whereas Versus crew have to start all over from scratch. We'll see how it plays out, but this is a perfect opportunity for Wintex to advance here. They just need to take hold of this opportunity. Versus crew will of course be doing everything they can to try and stop it from happening. Space struggling in this game for Versus crew. 1 and 3 so far. Let's see if we can find, I guess Leo would be the best performing member with 2 and 2 for Versus crew, which rhymes and I'm not even sure why. Hit not far. Awoo, awoo. I could not agree more. Wintex stand poised to do very well after making that amazing comeback in game 2 of this series. Looking very, very good, but let's take a look on the map because I don't actually know. We can see it just at the edge of the map. It looks like the relay hasn't been taken as yet. Trade of kills. Lembo manages to put Leo down, and it will lead to a numbers advantage. And that's it. Wintex, just like that, burst through the defenses of Versus crew, and they are going to the semi-finals. Unfortunately for Versus crew, their sister team from Germany will have to sit out the rest of the tournament, but very well played from all involved. Lembo, as we can see up at the top there, 7 and 1, pretty crazy. But Kaze and Gucci, both with only 2 deaths. In fact, the entirety of the WX team, very few deaths, just because there was very few kills coming in for Versus crew. But still, Lembo, the standout performance there, along with Kaze. We'll be looking forward to seeing what Wintex have to show for us in the rest of the tournament. But for now, we need to reveal the winner of our Mob Crush giveaway. Let me roll the dice. And our winner is... oh boy. Well, apparently there is a conspiracy at the highest levels of government because Beasted is our Mob Crush giveaway winner. Beasted, if you could post in it to the chat your dog tag and platform. And I'll just put that out in the chat as well. Mob Crush winner. Please post your dog tag and the platform. I'll let our delightful admins know. But yes, if we can get the details from Beasted, then we'll close out our Mob Crush giveaway and move on to our next one. I know that there's been a request to have it on the Twitch platform, but we'd like to try and mix things around between the levels of traffic platforms. So the next one will be on our YouTube page. But I'll give you the details of that in a minute once I've got the details out of Beasted. We would take a little break while we get all that sorted out, and I'll update you guys on the screen once we've finalised the details of our next giveaway. It looks like we are moving on to our semi-final shortly, so we'll take a little break for a few moments to let my voice rest a bit. But we'll be back as soon as we've got that first semi-finals match for you, and we'll start up our next giveaway then. That's right, ladies and gentle beings, it's time for... Oh boy. Well, that's what I get for setting up a custom game. We've immediately got the first pass key, so never mind. I do apologize for anybody who was just on their way to that custom game. But we've got our Bull Nation taking on Destiny, and we cannot afford to miss that game. That's going to be crazy. So we're just going to pop our way across that. So yes, well, at least you guys see that I was literally just about to put on a custom game for you guys. I want to take care of you, I want to do the best by you. But unfortunately, circumstances do not permit. So let's get ourselves started. We will be drawing the winner of our YouTube giveaway at the end of this series between Bull Nation and Destiny. But what a bunch of powerhouses we've got lining up for you here. It's going to be pretty crazy. It looks to be that we're going to be having the Bull Nation over on the red side of proceedings. So I'm just going to get set up for that. The question has been raised. What do you do if the haters dab back? An excellent question. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure it out together. Alright, doing me bits and pieces. I think that should all be fine. This should be a pretty crazy quarterfinals. So as I said, these are two incredibly successful teams. I know for a while, at least, Bull Nation completely dominated competitive Modern Combat 5. But hey, Destiny have been looking pretty good so far, and Bull Nation aren't perhaps as dominant as they have been in the past. We'll see if we can be surprised either way around it. Please do keep your entries rolling in as Bull Nation, the team from Honduras, takes on Destiny in just a few more moments. I'll have a quick look through while we get set up for the game, as you can see here. I'm just going to have a quick look through and see how Bull Nation have been doing so far. So, lost out to Volcan in the blue finals just past, and then lost to Volcan in the blue cup number 41. Now, of course, on a different side of the tracks with red cup number 1. That's right, we're starting the numbering all over again just to confuse you. Sharon Shetty, how do I choose a winner for the giveaways? I use Google's random number generator. It's amazing. Also, it's free. So hey, Killer 24/7. Yes, I do apologize for the big laugh there. Everything was getting it put in place for these semi-finals, but they are here for your very eyes. Believe them or not, as the case may be. But we will have a semi-finals. We are going to start from game 1. We will go all the way to game 2 or 3 between Destiny and Bull Nation. And we will hopefully get an absolutely amazing semi-finals for you. Destiny have been looking real good up until now, at least. It's Bull Nation have already beaten out Potassium and our DT on their way here. So only one more round after this. This is a battle for the place in the finals. Oh, hey, Global Gaming World, how's it going? John Smith, where is Hacksaw? That's an excellent question. I'm not sure. I was hoping he would be here today, but I think he must have had something else crop up. Hopefully he'll be back for the later on one. We'll see how things do play out. As you can see on the screen, we're just getting loaded in to the rooftops for our first game. let's get things started. Starting things off, Bull Nation take the early lead. Let's get rid of the tournament name for the time being. Destiny from the US, Bull Nation from Honduras, Sultan and Abe managed to land a couple of nice kills. Let's see if we can find our Sultan and see how they do. Parker lurking up on the top of things as Bull Nation still managed to stay ahead. Nice couple of kills going through there. Sultan will go down, but Snapshot able to trade it back straight away. Let's see if we can find where these numbers are coming from. It's going to be right. It's, ooh, someone's a Dragon Ball fan. Let's see if we can find, there we go, 3-0 so far. Hey look, I've got a Tommy gun, or something relatively similar to it. I can see you guys having fun with the Nightbot in the chat. Let's see if we can have a little bit of fun with this game. Bull Nation up 14-6 as Parker's going to hit the bench for this one. Whew, at least it's not the rush mode. We might see Parker be able to come back. But Bull Nation doing very, very well for themselves. Right, it's not even the best performing member. Let's see if we can find this one. So it's another person with a little hat on them. There we go. Any, I don't know what their actual full name is, but that's what I can see. So Any's going to be what it is. Any up 6-1 so far. Doing pretty darn well for themselves. Being able to find a few more of Destiny in the corridors and cut them down. Nice double team action there from Bull Nation. Getting their flank on, catching the enemy off guard. It takes a lot of coordination between the team. A very good map awareness. Sharp shot going to land a kill, as will Abe. Any being forced all the way back out of the window to try and avoid getting caught out as Destiny rush back with the counterattack. Kenneth, you're going to be able to throw one back onto Sultan. But Bull Nation still remained firmly in the lead. Let's see where these kills are going to. It will be Abe, and let's see if we can find them. There we go, with the shotgun. Able to get work done at close range, but it also has a scope. And of course, the rocket launcher. With this channel, I would recommend, if you'd like to know what DAB means, I believe it's actually originally Defense Against Bacteria, or Destroy All Bacteria. It was a thing designed to keep people from sneezing and spreading their germs everywhere, much as Bull Nation is spreading bullets all over the eyes of Destiny in this game. But I don't know if that's actually true or if that's just something I heard somewhere. Certainly, Destiny are going to need to believe all the rumors are true right now about Bull Nation, who are looking pretty down dominant so far. We have to drop out the cat, but does not get them anywhere, right? It's still riding the train of success so far. Let's have a look at what GMS is doing. Not too much of anything right now, but if we go back to Any, 11-2 in this one. Absolutely bonkers. Very, very good performance so far. Destiny still lagging behind. 3.5 minutes left to play as Bull Nation closing in on the 30 kill mark. Will be a couple more coming in for them as Any takes a short range fighting, still managing to shrug off Destiny. Right, it's managed to land one more. Any gets the kill onto Sharpshoot. And again, Destiny getting cut to pieces here in these close quarters. Really struggling to deal with the multi-pronged attacks. And even the straightforward goring they're receiving from Bull Nation. 3 minutes left to play. Let's see if we can find some less dominant members of Bull, as they're actually starting to get wiped out, almost getting team killed there. But Destiny going to need to do that a whole bunch more times if they want to come back in. Any still standing, despite the best efforts of Destiny to try and wipe the Bull Nation from this earth. They would not manage it. Bull Nation up 38-15, a 15 kill lead. Destiny with 24 so far, 2.5 minutes still going on. Any still refuses to die. Finally will fall to a well-placed grenade from Parker. But it's going to be way too little too late as the pile of corpses continues to mount. Bull Nation trying to establish as much dominance as possible in game number one. There will be at least one more game between these two teams, but Bull Nation looking exceptionally good. The team from Honduras just absolutely rolling over the opposition so far. Looking to fight to make sure that final spot is as secure as it possibly can be. 7 kills left for Bull Nation to try and turn this one. It's going to be Sorry, to finish this one, Destiny the ones trying to turn it, but 16 kills is a long way away, and he manages to trade the kill back. Trade kills across the board. Bull Nation exactly where they want to be right now. There are a few members of Bull Nation who've had a kind of a more average performance, but the standout players, Eni and Ketsu, doing amazing work so far. 1 minute 30 left to play. Bull Nation very close to putting this one to bed without even needing to go all the way to the time limit. GMS lands a kill, and he's taken out by a shotgun. And Parker comes in, lands another grenade kill. Sultan taking out Ryditz. Destiny only 10 kills away from stealing this game, but surely not. Bull Nation only need to land 2 more kills. Sharp shot lands a grenade coming in. Ryditz from the back, trying to find a flank through. Does manage to land 1 kill. Will there be another? Yes, there will be. 50-41. Bull Nation looked a little shaky at the end there, but ultimately a very solid game. Alright guys, we will be taking a little break while we do get set up for game number 2. Please do stay tuned and we'll be back as soon as we can. Alright guys, as you can see, the players are almost ready to get started. And I think that's just what they're gonna do. Bull Nation up 1-0 over Destiny. Looks very, very strong in our first semi-finals game, of course, as you might expect. This will award whoever wins the series with that first final spot. Last Devils are taking on Wintex Esports, the heroes of the quarterfinals. In the other semi-final going on right now, Last Devils from China, Wintex from Germany. One of those two will meet the winner of this series in our grand final. YouTube giveaway will be drawn at the end of this series. If Bull Nation win here, it will be them. If Destiny, we'll go to a third game and then decide from there. Let's start things out with GMS. Going to be rocking a little bit of the pistol action, which has proven relatively popular so far. Keep your guys. Yes, guys, thank you for the reminder to put the in-game sound on this time. I'll get there eventually, I swear. But I'm liking we're seeing a little bit more with the recent balance patches coming in. We've been seeing a little bit more diversity as far as the weapons being used. I'm glad that's having the intended effect. A sharp shot will land a nice grenade kill there, but it's Bull Nation and Destiny head and head, neck to neck. First minute down, only one kill apiece. A little surprising given how violent things were before. But I think both teams giving each other the space they need. Bull Nation's certainly going to have the confidence advantage, and Parker will get sniped out to give Bull Nation their second kill so far. But we know that Destiny is a team that has been dominant in the past, but so far starting to lose a little bit of ground on Bull Nation. Parker manages to land a shot onto GMS from the stairwell, but suddenly Bull Nation fire back and push themselves ahead into lead. Destiny though, thanks to Sultan, doing some pretty nice stuff. Sultan down very low, trying to seek shelter. Pops his head up, still on 2% health. This feels very risky. Is he about to heal up? Needs a few more seconds to keep himself in tip-top fighting form. Whew. Parker lands a kill. Destiny now the ones actually in the lead. Bull Nation gonna have to try and fight it back. Sharp shot though gifts the kill across, nailing himself with a grenade launcher. Chaff in the air, everything to play for. Of course, we're not in the rush mode. There's no relay to take here. 5 minutes left. Bull Nation behind. Aragon lands the kill onto any. Ryditz goes down to Sultan as well. Sultan 3-0 in this one. Spraying and praying, and apparently those prayers have been answered. Destiny need to win this game if they want to stand any chance of getting to our grand finals, and so far they seem to be doing a pretty good job of it. We've got flying paper, we've got chaff everywhere. It's a mess, but it's a mess that Destiny are cleaning up right now, managing to double the score of Bull Nation, whose name I'll make very slightly smaller so it fits onto the score thing. Destiny managing to pick up a couple more kills. Sultan still the focus of attention because he's getting the most kills right now. Let's take a look at that scoreboard, and maybe let's spend a little bit of time with Parker if we can find them. 5 and 3 will fall down to any in quick succession, but Destiny still do remain in the lead. You can see some Bull fans in the chat. Angle, what are you doing? Good to see supporters for both sides. Parker's going to land a kill onto DMS. Any manages to trade it back, but Sharp Shot lands a headshot with the shotgun as Sultan continues to build on the success that Destiny have already accrued. Are we seeing a situation like Wintex Esports? Are we going to see Destiny become the comeback kings and put down the Bull Nation? It's still too early to call, but Destiny are in the right place if they want to surprise everybody in game number 2 and push us through onto that rush map. We're still around away from heading into best of 5s, but even in the best of 3 format we're seeing these teams develop, manage to pull themselves back from losing situations and honestly put on a pretty strong performance. Parker's waiting for the victim to come around the wall and will absolutely manage it. Nice prediction there. We'll have someone behind coming through, lands the shot. GMS manages to get the job done. A little bit of submachine gun action. Let's follow Sharp Shot for a bit as the corridor fighting breaks out in earnest. What a mess of things. Parker the one to finalize the kill there. Sharp Shot almost goes down. Will fall to GMS in the end, as we're seeing a lot of real big Submachine guns going crazy. Bryu, Go Wintex. Well, they're in the other semi-finals. I don't know if we'll get to see them, but if they do win out, they will be facing off against the winner of this series. Certainly, the lower half of the bracket had 3 German teams in there, so no surprise at all to see one of them get through to the semi-finals. But honestly, Wintex have put on a great show for us so far, and Destiny trying to emulate that here, ahead by 7, 2.5 minutes, or 2 minutes and change rather, left to play. Grenade's going to fly left and right as Parker has been doing a lot of work. Lands a beautiful shot onto right, it's there, but not enough to get a second. Let's see where the kills are laying. Oof. 2 more come in for Destiny. They've now got a 10 kill advantage. Even the Bull Nation fans in the chat think it's looking like a tough situation for the team from Honduras. Bull Nation to come back in and survive. Sharpshot lands a nice grenade kill there. Abe seeking shelter, but none is to be found. Bull Nation still being aggressive here, but it's seeming like it's on a hiding to nothing. Let's jump elsewhere. And who have we spent the most time with? Sharpshot has been doing pretty well with the shotgun so far. Has that little trophy on there for a reason. Doing a little bit of dodging around. Trying to go for the old long range sniper shotguns. Oh, hello. And I do apologise for Nightbot in the chat. He's a little enthusiastic, but he loves his job. Sharpshot going in hot will assist in the takedown of Kensu. 1 minute left to play. Destiny looking very, very good right now. George going to go down in the corridor. This close range fighting seems to have really worked out well for Destiny. Still a couple of kills, but it's dribs and drabs coming in for Bull Nation. They are so far behind. 46 kills for Destiny. Less than 40 seconds left as I say these words for Bull Nation to find 14 kills in the time it takes for Destiny to find 2. It's not saying it's never happened, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Destiny equalise the series. Alright guys, that means we won't be pulling the winner of our YouTube giveaway as of yet, with Destiny taking that game, but we will be back with our decisive game between Bull Nation and Destiny as soon as is possible. Then we'll get the YouTube giveaway out of the way and move on to the next one. So please do stay tuned for that. And let us know in the chat, Bull Nation or Destiny, who do you think is going to do it? Only one place to find out, and that's right here. Be back soon. Alright guys, we are back for our last semi-final game between Destiny and Bull Nation. My name is Lala Chuga, it's Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, bringing you the one more game, Destiny from the United States, Bull Nation from Honduras. Let's get it on. Only one team can come out on top on the rooftops. We've got a lot of fans for both these guys, and well-earned fans. Both the teams putting on quite a performance for all of us. We'll see who can take this in the elimination style. Hopefully, you guys were here for the last explanation, so I won't go into too much detail about how the rush mode works, but rest assured the important parts being that this is elimination style, so any kills count for the rest of the round, and it is best of 5 in this best of 3 competition, which has already seen one game go to either side. Both teams, of course, very motivated to try and make sure they do not get picked off without at least getting the trade kill back. We can see some nice stacking up from Destiny here. Evidently, they've been playing some tactical action. But we'll see who's going to land the first kill. I think this actually has been a kill. Yes, as we see Abe managing to take out energy from the Bull side. I've been reliably informed that's what E&E stands for. It's looking pretty good for Destiny right now as they go up 4-2. Argonon still up in contention. Sharp Shot with a grenade launcher manages to get out without dropping Sultan. It looks like we're going to be seeing Destiny going for a very wise capture on the relay. This will draw out Bull Nation, but also will get them extra intel if they can string this round out. Whichever team has hold of the relay gets free intel, but Destiny actually decide not to commit down there, instead sending out hunting parties to look for the last remaining member of Bull Nation, GMS. He's all by themselves, 1v2, but if Destiny split up here, that could really negate the advantage. I think GMS realizes what's coming and is maybe about to even things up. No, can't quite finish the job. Destiny perhaps realizing they've only got a few more seconds to work with before the relay becomes all important. Let's take a look at what they're doing. It looks like, yes, they have decided to go for that relay capture. Very smart, with only a few seconds left, and that will award the round to Destiny without taking the risk of fighting that last remaining member of Bull Nation. However, GMS, who, if we can find them again, there we are, will have those intel accrued power-ups from round 1 in round 2, whereas the rest of Destiny, or rather 2 members of Destiny will have those power-ups, whereas only 1 member of Bull Nation. Unfortunately, because Destiny did not capture the relay earlier on, they did not get the bonus intel from doing so. But hey, it's still advantage Destiny, but Onagon will get taken out in the first exchange of gunfire, which means now Bull Nation have a chance to come back into things once more. As you can see up to the top, it is best of 5. Pro Noob Gameplays, this is going to be the last game before the YouTube giveaway is concluded. We'll be drawing that immediately following finding out who the winner is going to be here. And again, it's worth noting the other semi-final, I do believe it is running at the same time as this because of time constraints. But unfortunately, we can't show you that as well. But either way around it, we will be seeing a grand finals once this one is concluded. I believe we'll probably run 2 giveaways simultaneously just because of starting the giveaways a little bit late today. But so far, it's looking like Bull Nation in a pretty good position right now. Let's take a look at the map and see. On the rooftops, of course, it's a little hard to tell, but there's an exchange of kills. Wow, Parker getting the work done there. I think did get taken out at the end of that exchange, but it will mean it's going to be a 2v3. Sharp Shot takes out Kensu. It's going to have to reload though, ducking and diving. Manages just about to get away. Sharon, you're in Mumbai. It's 12:20. Oh boy. It's only nearly 7 o'clock here in merry old England. So I appreciate, Sharon, you staying up with us. I'm always impressed by everybody who goes out of the way. Energy going to land the kill onto Sultan. Sharp Shot goes into close range, but it's not enough. Bull Nation, I think only with 1 member surviving, which I believe was Energy, managed to tie things back up once again. Alright, so now it effectively becomes a best of 3 between Destiny and Bull Nation. Now Bull Nation have the advantage for managing to hold on to a little bit of their power-ups from last time round. Looks like close range fighting is all about the Destiny style though. Holy moly, they just tore the heart out of Bull Nation. There's only one member, George, left, and just like that, Destiny roll over Bull Nation, who did not seemingly see that coming. Wow. Decisive play from the American Team Destiny has been rewarded. Will Bull Nation fall victim to the same kind of tactics again? 2 kills coming from Destiny. Looks like George is the only survivor of the massacre in progress of Bull Nation. Up on the top, GMS is going to fall as well. And once more, George, late to the party, will get taken out. Destiny have done it. They are going to our grand finals. Bull Nation bow out. What a strong performance from Destiny right there. And honestly, I'm pretty darn impressed. Bull Nation are a massive team to take down on your way to the finals. And going from game 1, it looked like Bull Nation had Destiny's number, but Destiny proved everyone wrong and managed to take a very good semi-finals. Alright guys, so as promised, let's see about that YouTube giveaway. So let's deploy the old random number generator. And see who it is that we've got. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Alright. Alright. The winner of the YouTube giveaway will be Yannick S Gaming. It's our YouTube winner. Post your dog tag and platform. Yannick S Gaming, your name seems very familiar to me. I'm sure you've been around a lot, though I don't know if we've managed to establish any particularly dank memes so far. Hopefully, Yannick is still around. But if not, then we will have to redraw. Sharon, was Yannick a spammer? Ah, terrible. Well, I can at least assure you that that spamming didn't increase their chances of winning. We'll give them about 5 minutes or so. I've let our admins know about the result of the match. And why don't we have a quick look across at our bracket, which I don't think is going to be quite updated as of yet. But hey, why not? So as you can see, the Last Devils, we're taking on Wintex Esports. We don't know what the result of that is yet, but we do know that Destiny will be going through after beating Bull Nation for that first final spot. And one of these two teams, Last Devils or Wintex, will be joining them. I'm keeping an eye out for Yannick. Is Yannick still... Oh, there we go. There we go. Yannick, okay, we've got your dog tag. But Yannick, what's your platform? Because it is platform dependent. Yannick, I appreciate you were still trying iOS. There we go. So YouTube. Yannick S Gaming. Alright, 500 credit arenas are yours. They'll be with you in around a week or so. So congratulations, Yannick. We will take a little break while we do get set up for the next game. We will be having a Facebook giveaway and a Twitch giveaway running at the same time. Details will be posted on screen, so stay tuned for those. We'll be back with the next game as soon as we have it for you. That's right, guys, as you may be able to tell by your screen, if you're watching and not listening merely with your ears, we have a community game because we have a little bit of delay on our grand finals. So please do make your way across. ESL123 on the iOS platform will get you into here. We're going to do some zone control. Bet you haven't done that any time recently. But yes, there are other modes in this game, so heck, why shouldn't we play them? I've taken off prestige weapons for this particular one, so we need to have tier 7 or below. But please do come and join us for what will almost certainly be our last community game of this particular cup. Of course, we will hopefully have some more later, but for now we'll be gearing up for our best of 5 finals, and both giveaways, both on Facebook and on Twitch, will be drawn at the end of that final, so please do stay tuned for that. And hopefully we can get some of you guys in here and I haven't screwed up the passkey in any fashion. I will see if somebody joins. If nobody joins for a while, then I probably did the password wrong. Whew. Hey Femi Akuten, your name seems super familiar. I'm sure I've seen you around loads. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit tired already, and it's the next one will be at 1 o'clock in the morning for me, so that's gonna be fun. Alright, got you guys in, so good news, apparently I didn't screw up the passkey. We're just waiting for the other semi-finals match. Apparently there's some people finding each other in the chat on the YouTube who have the same name. Maybe they're bros from another Mo. Who knows? Good to see some of you guys already across onto the Twitch platform. It is the least populated platform right now because we're spreading ourselves a little bit thin here over 4 different places. But it's just as viable to go there and enter in for your chance at 500 credits. In fact, it's probably the better place to go because there's less people to compete with. Already Not Shetty and First Killer have gotten their entries in. Please do come be a part of things. Alright, 4v4, that's enough to get started with. You can always join in once we're in progress. There's 4 spots available, so please do come and show off your skills. Zone Control is the name of the game. Oh, Yannick S Gaming apparently is a kind of a big deal. I didn't know that. But that's exciting times. Let's get some game audio on rather than just listening to the sound of music, as good as the music is. Whew. So you can see the 3 zones at the top of the screen, A, B and C. Whoever controls the most zones will get the most points. And I believe it's 50 or 100 to get to the win. Let's get things started with an exceptionally bright pair of trousers there. as we see, it looks to be that we're going to see some pretty heavy capturing on point C. Of course, as you might expect, both teams going to get one. They'll start getting points at roughly the same rates as each other. But whoever can take control of point B, well, that's a whole different story. An exchange of kills, but kills are worth nothing by themselves. All the kills will buy you is time to get on these points and get the capture going. Kai's makes the wise choice. No one else is even around to see the blue team capture point B, and now they're going to start really tearing ahead as far as tickets goes. Red team not doing anything at all to stop this capture, which is, I think, a little bit of a risky maneuver, because now the red team are going to be fighting back against a situation that only becomes further and further out of hand as things go forward. Let's see if we can find out what's going on here. Ham the boss taking a little nap over there. Yokuma, I think looks like he's got the, I think this is an account set up specifically for us, so I appreciate that. It's me rocking the tier 7 as expected. Pronoob, I'm not sure about the white legs, that's a new one to me. I don't know if that's a bug or something similar. Blue team looking pretty darn good right now, actually looking like they might be able to take control of all 3 points on the map, which is going to make this exceptionally short as far as the zone control game goes. But hey, one way or another, we will have our winner in this life or the next. I do believe that the other semi-final is in progress at the moment, so when this ends, we'll just check in and see with them if that is done or not. And if it isn't, then we'll go and maybe see if we can catch a third game between the two of them. Weirdest channel, I can understand your confusion. It's a confusing place we live in right now, as red team are behind by a massive amount. I think perhaps spending a little bit too much time murdering the opposition without having possession of these control points means, I do believe I'm correct in thinking, that the red team is going to lose almost immediately, because point A and point C are both in possession of the blue team. Red team doing a great job of defending point B, but it's not actually going to help them win. As Navish comes in from the side, gets a couple of kills for himself, and we somehow managed to get onto him without even knowing what his icon was. That's how great I am. And that will be the end of the match. Blue team, with the stronger control of the game, managed to take away pretty darn easily. That was very quick. So I think we might see if we can run another quick custom game while this is all going on. Yeah. Let's jump back out. Yannick's Gaming, I thought you were answering the question about are you a big deal, but actually you were answering a question about something else entirely. Don't mind me. I'll just make another game. Let's see, let's make it a free-for-all? Yeah, why not? Where should we go, where should we go? Where haven't we looked at as of yet? Let's go construction site. ESL 123, just as always. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Let's get it started up while we wait for the other semi-finals to get all done and dusted. Or at least to have a game that we can see. There we go. Same deal as before. ESL 123 will get you in here. Facebook and the sorry, just checking a message here. Let's see. So yes, just waiting for a few of you guys to come in. Pro Noob Gameplays, why do I have to do one in the morning? Because, heck, it's all about making some quality streams for you guys, and honestly, it's a pretty good time. Crystal, I've been getting some messages from your Discord, I'm afraid. I got a little too confused as to what you mean, but I will try and come back to you when I've off stream, when I'm a little less confused as to what's going on. Alright, We've got 12 players, we've got a free-for-all, we've got a construction site. Let's get building a solid game. Ah, I see, Crystal. I understand what you're talking about now. I had to spend a bit more time to read everything properly. Thank you for trying to help me out. I certainly appreciate it, and I need all the help I can get, honestly. Alright, let's get it on. We'll follow CST Rem for the time being until we start to see a clear leader emerge one way or the other. Rem going down pretty low, but dancing around the opposition will eventually fall. And we're starting to see some of these guys break out. Mr. Itam, who is one of the millions of people. Oh, actually, I say that. He's not the alien with a beret on. He's the mustachioed fellow with the beret on, which is something enough to differentiate him in the eyes. Pro noob, I should join a team. I think I probably shouldn't join a team. I'm terrible at this game, but I do enjoy watching you guys being good at it. It's been good times, good times. Oh, hello, Mr. Tam. Gonna stall us out for a second while it goes into close range with the sniper rifle. Doesn't work out very well. Gets a grenade to the gizzard for his troubles. But still, Mr. Tam up top of the scoreboard will get cut down, but the kills are being spread around, as is often the way in these free-for-alls. It's hard to kind of build up enough presence on an individual player to really start getting ahead. Mr. Tam still in the lead, only with 5 kills. I think we've got a very even scoreboard here. Yes, everyone's more or less the same kills and deaths in here. Of course, deaths don't matter per se, as we see Mr. Tam manage to land a long-range kill, staying equal with Yokuma, who's doing pretty well for themselves. I think Mr. Tam realised they just walked past the opposition, but hey, let's spend a little bit of time with Yokuma, who is 7-2. Wow, that's amazing. Honestly, even very good players have a lot of trouble in trying to keep themselves from dying a lot in free-for-alls, because you have to defend yourself from all angles at all times. And that's not an easy proposition, even for the best of players. MC5 limited skills, this is definitely not me playing. I'm observing community members playing the game in a community game free-for-all, just while we wait for the other semi-finals to get done, or at least to provide a game that we can spectate. I've tried playing these myself before, and I've done so terribly that I've decided it's best to just leave it to you guys, because it's a little bit less embarrassing when you guys play it, and it's also a little bit easier for me to talk about it and see what's going on if I'm not actually in the game, but merely spectating it. Yokuma still doing well. Obviously, see some close range fighting breaking out. We're just going to randomly jump around people and see how things are going. Cool Boy is going to come in and try and go up close range. Will not get the kill in the end, as it's increasingly brutal fighting in these close quarters. Very hard to function with. Whoops, that's not supposed to be a thing. Here we go. Pimpo is going to be immediately cut down the second we look at him. Hey there, Crystal, in the Twitch chat. Nice to see you there. Yes, limited skills. We are switching around, as we can see at the bottom of the screen. We have all these people with icons. We can look at the scoreboard and see, for example, Yokuma has this icon here, so we can jump straight to him, and that's how it works. Crystal Pilaf, yeah, I'm I'm glad that you're my friend is back. That is excellent news. Pro noob, you think there should be this kind of spectator mode in squad battles? Well, it's a good idea. If you send an email through to the email address, modernkombatcommunity@gmail.com, your suggestions will be taken under advisement. I don't know why I didn't even laugh there, I just felt like the moment was right. MC5 limited skills, I appreciate your trust in my abilities, but unfortunately they are lamentably misplaced. I'm really bad at this game. Like, it's just awful to watch, honestly. It's just embarrassing. But hey, on the PC I'm probably the least inept, but it's still not great. Though I'm quite enjoying the Commander more recently. Pretty cool. Unfortunately not part of the ESL competition at the moment. Hopefully that might change in the future. It's certainly very new at the moment, so I don't think it's necessarily remotely balanced. But hey, Yokuma isn't really that balanced either, with 17 kills so far. But Nabish, that's a new player. Let's see if we can find him. Nope. 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 Oh boy, everyone chooses the alien grey with the beret. Weirdest channel, was that too scary of a laugh? Oh boy. I do apologize. I did not intend to give you nightmares. Oh wait, I didn't just did it again. I'm sorry. MC5 limited skills. These are not pros. These are community members. People from the very self-same chat that you are in right now. Who are doing this right now. But it looks like we may have to cut short this free-for-all madness, because finals have arrived. It will be Destiny versus Wintex Esports, the double combat kings going up against each other. What do I do, a Baha thing? I just like doing it. Alright, so guys, unfortunately we'll have to cut short off. Ooh, interesting. I didn't actually realise this this existed. There's little stats up there, I haven't seen them before. But yes, we have got a grand finals to attend. And we've got a pass key for that, so we're going to have to cut this one short. And get set up for that. It's Crystal. Your friend is on Twitch. This is exciting times. Tell on YouTube, Hacksaw is sleeping right now. Well, you can do it yourself, can't you? I'm not really sure what you're asking me to do there, but whatever it is, I refuse. Just out of principle, really, just to be annoying. Right, so let's get ourselves into our best of 5 finals. Entering in the pass key. Courtesy of Soldier Girl. Who else? Who else could perform such a task? We'll see in a second which side Destiny and Wintex will be on. So, to recap a little bit of what we saw. So, Wintex Esports managed to take out Versus Crew earlier on. Destiny, of course, managing to take out Bull Nation. Pretty impressive stuff from both of them so far. It looks like, as I get a new page in my notebook, we'll be having Destiny over on the blue side, and Wintex Esports over on the red. Let's in fact not waste any further time and jump into lobby, because I think these guys are almost ready to get going. I'll update the team names, and I think we should be pretty much good to go. Let's jump ourselves across into lobby. Here we are. You can see them. Wintex over on the right hand side, readying themselves to face off against their Destiny. Literally, Destiny. Maybe it would have been better if I hadn't pointed that out specifically. Next time I'll believe in myself more. Yoku OP. Who's Yoku? Gignite MC5. Oh, Yoku Gaming's in the YouTube. I see. Oh, hello. It looks like Destiny have all left the room. What's going on there? Apparently they got a little bit shy about being shown on stream, so they have gone somewhere else. Hopefully they'll be back with us sooner rather than later. I'm going to have a quick check with our admin. Must be something a little bit strange going there. apparently some guy who loves Dragon Ball. Who doesn't though? Who doesn't? Alright, well this is a little bit unexpected. I think there's something going on the side of Destiny that we've just seen them all leave lobby. So that's not quite what we're hoping for, but we'll just pop back to the pre-game screen so you guys can see what's going on. And let's update all our bits and pieces over here. So, Wintex Esports over on the right hand side. Alright, don't think there's anything else I need to change here. So as you can see on screen, Facebook and Twitch are still underway. But we've got a best of 5 a coming. I think we may have had a new lobby being made. So that might explain why we saw all these guys leaving. Oh, I see. I think I understand what's going on. I think Destiny were the ones who were supposed to be hosting rather than Wintex, so that might be why we saw a little bit of a strange thing happen there. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Don't panic. Don't panic. Everything is going to be fine. Possibly. Shazam! We're back. It's like nothing ever happened. We're back in lobby, but this time it's going to be a switcheroo, as we've got the teams on opposite sides, but fortunately with a click of a button, Shazam! Just like that. We are all groovy. And in case you're wondering how I did that, I'm using a tool called Scoreboard, which lets me swap teams from side to side while keeping hold of their individual score. Pretty handy. Whew. So this is our grand finals for any of you guys who are just tuning in. Wintex Esports and Destiny both surprising honestly that they made it all the way through to the finals, beating out some pretty good ones. MC5 limited skills. Android streaming has not been scheduled at the moment, but hopefully it should be coming relatively soon. Crystal says stop being a wizard. I refuse to stop being a wizard. Weirdest channel, you're panicking you should go play for your team. I'd say if you need to go play for your team, you should probably go do that. As much as we appreciate you being here, I think there are occasionally, not always, but occasionally, things which must call upon your attention. But for everybody else, there's just a best of 5 grand finals to attend to. Wintex Esports on the blue, Destiny on the red. Let's take it to the humph and see if we can see some surprises coming out here. Both these teams fighting incredibly hard to get here. Weirdest channel doesn't like Wintex, but hates Destiny, so Destiny should lose. Oh boy, it's a battle of the people you dislike the most. We'll see. Great to see you guys feeling passionate about this grand finals. It should be a pretty fun one. Both teams really showing up massively. So you see Sharpshot landing a hill and Parker as well. Parker, if you remember from before, with the 25 kills in one game was absolutely bonkers. A huge part of Destiny. Lands a kill onto Element as well before finally being taken out by Lembo. Bomber's going to be coming out here as well as an airstrike as well. We'll see if those turn into any kills, however. The team's not really in brawl right now. But as you can see, Destiny's Bomber going overhead. Sultan lands to land a kill and Element goes down as well. Destiny looking pretty good here in this first one. This is best of 5, so any team who wins 3 in a row will be our champions of the day. November Red Cup number 1 is coming to its close. There's only a few more chances, or rather one more chance really, to get in your entries for our last giveaways, which will be on Facebook and on Twitch. Hashtag finals to enter. We will be drawing the giveaway winners at the end of today's stream. Destiny looking pretty amazing right now, honestly. I think a lot of it is going to be down to Parker, so we'll follow them for the time being. Of course, those kill streaks only going to make things worse for Wintex versus Crew. Fell to Wintex, but Destiny are putting up an even tougher fight. Let's see if we can follow. Let's have a look and see where are the kills going on. It's going to be Element with a little doggy as their icon. As Sharpshot lands another couple of nice grenade kills. Destiny looking very, very good right now. Managing to take over the entire airfield and make it their own. Some nice close range play from Abe there. As we finally start to see Wintex manage to land a few kills of their own. Element down to 5% health is still fighting while he's healing up. Maybe overstays his welcome and will be put in the ground once more. Let's jump onto Aragon, who's going to immediately die, of course. Hopefully Abe will last a little longer. 9-3 in this game, pretty darn good for himself. We're seeing a little bit of pistol action here. And we're about to see a breaking out of the fight. Parker lands a knife kill. Element trades back onto Sultan, and Parker actually ends up leaving the game. That's a huge player for Destiny, no longer part of proceedings. Can Wintex take advantage of the opportunity and start pushing through some of those kills on some of the less well-performing members? Of course, Sultan and Sharpshoot are still in contention, but if Sharpshoot takes himself out with a grenade, that's certainly not going to help Destiny reach that final game any quicker. Sharpshot, again, living up to their name, trying to find those long-range sniper shotgun kills. It's going to be making a mess of things. Sharpshot has, of course, got that grenade launcher as well to really smash through the damage. Destiny up 41-27 is looking very, very good for them. Sharpshot will get taken out by Lembo, though, off the tail end of that. Let's jump across to Element, 5 and 8 so far. Let's see. Lembo, who has got the little knight helmet, 8 and 6, I believe, the only member of Wintex so far who's got a positive record, but is playing it out very carefully and may not have enough influence over the map to allow for Wintex to come back. Only 5 kills more for Destiny to take the game over Wintex, but Wintex are still trying their hardest. As always, it does raise the question of, is the time when you're almost determined to lose the time to try and throw everything at the opposition? It certainly seems to be that Wintex don't want to give up without a fight, but it is a fight in vain. Destiny 50, Wintex 37, game 1 to Destiny. Still at least 2 more to play. Our MVPs, at least the ones who stayed in the game, oh boy, will be Sultan with 11 and 10, and Aragon with 10-11. Though of course Abe actually with a better record. And Sharpshoot, oh, forget about it. Those actually, the people further down the scoreboard, have a better record because they have less deaths, so contributed more to Destiny's eventual win. But still, we've got at least 2 more games to go between the 2 of these teams, so please do stay tuned. We'll be back with that game 2 as soon as we have it for you. So we'll see you, hopefully, in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we are back for our second game of our best of 5 grand finals. Destiny face off against Wintex esports. One game in hand for Destiny from the US of A. Wintex from Germany. Which will mean that we are looking at two teams who are at least playing at semi-sensible times for themselves. I believe the Germans are only ahead by 1 hour from where I am, so it's only about 8:30 where they are. Destiny going to be playing it a lot earlier on in the day. Honestly, it's pretty great that we can all play the same game together. And we'll see how it goes for Destiny this time round. First blood will go in the favor of Destiny. Oh my god. Who turn it into quintuple blood very quickly. Wintex only managed to trade one back in the whole thing of this. Wow, Wintex really struggling. It looks like Destiny have everything in mind to try and make this a very swift 3-0 finals, but there's a way to go at least. Wintex still have a chance in this game despite a rough early start. Parker going to go down, a big part of the success story of a potential success story for Wintex. Let's follow Element because his icon's a little doggy, and honestly, that's all the reason I need. We know to tossing grenades around the place. Gucci lands the kill. We know that Gucci has been a big part of Wintex's success themselves. We'll see if we can find them. Just in time to see Gucci pick up a kill. As a close range fighting breaks out, Element takes out Parker. Wintex starting to slowly claw their way back into things, but Destiny doing everything they can to try and shut that one down. Element picks up one more kill from Wintex, but there's been two already coming through Destiny who maintain their lead. We're seeing a bit of the old bright trousers going there as finally Wintex esports WTX managed to find 2 kills untraded. Weirdest channel, apparently you're paying for Wintex. I did not realize the conspiracy ran that deep, but Destiny already have Wintex pretty far in the hole in this game as they come down the stairs in huge numbers, able to completely make a mess of things. So they do take a lot of damage in the process, now pulling ahead by 9. 5 minutes left to play. Gucci gets a kill. 2 come through for Destiny though, now ahead by 10. We can already see the bodies starting to pile up. Whoops again. The new iOS update seems a little sensitive as far as the bottom of the screen goes. Destiny looking very, very good here, building on the lead that they already had. Sultan gets the one to get the kill there. Sultan, of course, been leading Destiny through their tournament success so far. You see Abe managed to pick up 2 more, 15 kills separate. Wintex managed to at least take Sultan down, followed shortly by Abe. Parker again leaving the game. I think it's having a bit of connection problems here. A sharp shot, trying to take a little shot at the moon. Destiny still ahead by a massive amount despite being down in player numbers. Again, a chance for Wintex to come back into things, but so far they feel like they've been struggling mightily. Sharp shot going to be able to come in from the back, catch those exposed flanks, but actually disconnects at the last second. What's going on here for Destiny? They're losing their players left and right. Now only have 3 in the game, but Wintex maybe has a chance to come back here if they can leverage that numbers advantage. Destiny still though, Argonon managing to get the kills through. Abe 10 and 10. Got a nice airstrike coming in, the rather bombing run. Abe managing to punch through the floor and pick up a couple more kills. Holy Destiny, 3 kills away from making this 2-0. Very, very tight here. Destiny, 1 more kill is all they need. Abe just avoids getting struck from the air, tosses a grenade, looks for the kill. There's so many targets. That's a target-rich environment if I ever saw one. And that does mean that we will be moving further forward. Destiny, now 2-0. We could only have 1 more game left to play, so please do stay tuned. Keep your entries coming in on Facebook and on Twitch. We'll be pulling the giveaway winner either after this next game or at the end of the series. So again, please stay tuned. We'll be back soon. Alright. We are getting ourselves started for what could easily be the last game of the night. Destiny once more over on the blue side. Wintex fighting for their survival over on the red. The museum may be the final resting place of Wintex's hopes of becoming our champions today of the November Red Cup #1. Let's get it started with a bang. First blood goes to Wintex. Destiny will have to fire back, and they do. Abe lands their first kill for Destiny, courtesy of a grenade to the face. Crystal, not a fan of my silly voices. Well, you're in for a rough ride because I've got lots of silly voices and I'm going to use many of them. Oh boy. Destiny managed to come out to an early lead, where Wintex managed to come back, pick up a nice bunch of kills there. Gucci living up to their name. Part of one of them. I think they may have some connection issues on the Wintex side there. Or maybe not, because they land 2 kills of their own. Element is going to fall to Snapshot, but Wintex starting to catch up with some alacrity. That's a good word. It basically just means speed. Destiny and Wintex neck and neck racing up the scoreboard. Parker again. Massively successful for Destiny. We'll see if we can find them. But will fall down. Destiny still hold on to a tiny lead, but it's not the same kind of score we were seeing before. Game 1 and 2 both able to end out the game pretty darn comfortably. Wintex, of course, have nothing left here to hold back for. If they don't win this game, they are donezo. But they did at least make it to our grand finals. Of course, they're going to want to somehow reverse sweep here but it's going to take a huge amount of work. Frosky drops on the grenades, manages to pick up 1 kill. 1 kill at a time is the way it goes for Wintex to try and come back into things. Frosky lands another one onto Parker. Very nice pick up there. Element with a nice bit of sniping as well, catching Destiny transitioning and managing to close the gap for Wintex considerably. Parker though gets his revenge on Kaislaw, where Element manages to land 1 more kill, sneaking out but getting a barrel full of last. There we've got a turret being deployed, I believe, for the Destiny side. Wintex will have to try and sneak their way past that. Oh, apparently Limited Skills is going to do Vegas betting on the outcome of this match. I don't know, at this point it's a little too close to call though. Parker is doing some pretty impressive work for Destiny. You see the turret go down there, the last bastion of safety is a melee kill going off right up in the faces. Destiny still stay ahead, but a much smaller margin than it's been in any other game. Destiny still looking for that clean sweep if they can manage it. Lembo lands a kill onto Sultan. Sultan again, the leader of the Destiny team, but Parker's been stepping up as well. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard, and it's looking pretty good for Destiny, certainly in the top end. Crystal Olaf doesn't love my accents. Oh boy, that's bad news. Maybe I'll have to just use them all the time. Why? Parker lands another kill in for Destiny, but only slightly ahead of Wintex until that just happened. Off screen we saw, well rather we didn't see, and Wintex didn't see coming. Suddenly Destiny picking up the pace as we head towards the latter half of the game. Destiny suddenly killing everything. Parker, I think, is going to be where a lot of those kills are parked, as Argonon takes on some close range fighting, manages to pick up a kill for himself. Parker 14 and 9 in this game. A lot of kills, but has been suffering a lot of deaths as well. This is the closest Wintex have ever been to beating Destiny. It's so close they can taste it, but they need to take down the powerhouses of Destiny a whole bunch more times. Well, that could be the start of things, as a bunch more kills come in for Wintex, managing to almost take Destiny to the mat. Frosky, the snow person with that grenade launcher, going to be able to pump out so much damage. Wintex are catching up. Sharpshot managed to land a kill. Alkanon as well. Frosky trades one back. Sharpshot, and that's it. Destiny have won. Wintex looked like they could manage it, but in the end, they could not catch up and crucially overtake Destiny, who kept something in the tank right up to the very end of the tournament. Congratulations to Destiny, the team from the USA, managing to reclaim their crown, their spot up at the top, taking down Bull Nation on their way there with a very clean 3-0 victory. Impressive stuff. And of course, we will give them a little bit of extra credit as they deserve as our winner of our grand finals. As you can see on the screen, we will be, of course, getting everything set up to do our last giveaway. So please do stay tuned for a second while I just update the stream. Alright, so once more, congratulations to Destiny, commiserations to Wintex Esports, who fought incredibly hard to get to our first Red Cup of the new season's finals. Very well done to them, but ultimately they just couldn't quite manage it, and Destiny with a well-earned 3-0. Let's do our final giveaways of the day. So first of all, let's come across to the Facebook page, which I realize has expired in the meantime, so I'm just going to quickly reset the stream there to make sure everything is visible for the last part of proceedings. Let's see. Alright, I'm just going to quickly restart the stream. I'll be back in just a second to finish off those giveaways. Okay, that should hopefully be right. Just gonna send that live onto Facebook. There we go. Do apologise for that, guys. Hopefully some of you are still there. And that you will be available to see what's going on. So, let's see if hopefully that these people on Facebook are still around. Okay, so on Facebook, and I'm hoping you're actually here. Oh, well, you just posted, so that's good news. Our Facebook winner will be Rabah Ahmed A. So I'm just going to put that in the chat. Hopefully that will propagate across. Facebook winner will be Rabah Ahmed A. Post your dog tag and platform. So hopefully, Rabah, you will see that, and I can get your details from there. Facebook. Once I've got you done, I got your details through. There we go. Excellent, Rabah. Thank you for being very prompt with that. Got your details in, so that's all done for that. So that's 500 credits you'll be getting in the next couple of weeks. So to finish this off, we will need to also look across to our Twitch page for our last giveaway of the day. So let me roll them bones and see what we can get. Okie doke. Alright, hopefully you are still around. So disturbed over on the Twitch platform. If you are still around, let's see if you are. I'm not sure if I'm not convinced that you are. We might have to do a redraw. Twitch winner is so disturbed. Post your dog tag and the platform. Hopefully, So Disturbed has stuck around, otherwise we'll have to do another redraw. Oh, there you are. Excellent. Good job, So Disturbed. On the Android platform as well. Excellent. You done good, kid. So Disturbed. Alright, I believe that's everything we need for now. So, thank you guys for sticking with. Hopefully you'll come back and join in it's going to be 5 hours from now, when we'll be having our next tournament. I'm just going to double check I'm not going nuts. I'm remembering that correctly. Let's just have a quick check on here. Yep, at 0100 hours for me, so 5 hours from now. If you come back, you will be able to witness with your very own eye holes the iOS Blue Cup #1. Hopefully, if we're lucky, Hacks will be back for that. Otherwise, it will just be little old me. Thank you again to our hard-working admins, Soldier Girl, and of course Winter and Envy, who've been working very hard behind the scenes to bring all this goodness your way. Hopefully, you'll come back and join us again very soon. And for all you guys who won, which to recap will be So Disturbed on Twitch, Rabah Ahmed A on Facebook, Yannick S Gaming on YouTube, and Beasted on Mob Crush. Hope you'll spend your 500 credit arenas wisely. They should be with you in just a couple of weeks. But for now, I've been Peter Counterfeit Hartnell. You can find me on Facebook. I've actually got a fan page now. Yes, yes. So if you want to look for that for me there, you should be able to find me, and I will do my best to try and remember to post that whenever I'm streaming. Hero Gaming MC5, if you're missing credits, send an email to moderncombatcommunity@gmail.com and it'll get you sorted out. Do apologise if you're still missing some credits, but the people there will be able to actually get it all sorted out for you, because they can check the records and everything will be groovy. But for now, good night, and hopefully see you soon.